All right, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow YouTubians and YouTubers, we are back for another review. And today we're reviewing the Mondo Back to the Future. This is one I've been waiting for quite a while. Now let's get this clear right off the bat. This is not the soundtrack, this is the score, the vinyl score release by Alan Silvestri. The soundtrack, all the Huey Lewis good stuff, Back in Time, Power of Love, that is not on here. This is the score. And Mondo released these for the Back to the Future Day back this past year in 2015 on November 21st, 2015, when he went back into the future. So yeah, there have been two different versions of this that have been released. The first one that was released was a box set with all three in there. And I didn't really care for the covers because each cover was just all the fire trails heading off into a certain stylized look. So like the first one was the mall, the second one was in the sky, and the third one was, of course, the railroad tracks. I like the individual covers of the individual releases much, much better. They all kind of have the same theme, but I like these covers better. So let's take a look at the cover. Yes, I got this in the mail today. Very, very excited. I ordered this on my birthday in February, and it just finally showed up today. What a great cover, right? Colorful, awesome, spectacular, cool. Less is more. It's absolutely brilliant. This is the back. You got the awesome fire trail there. Now, I know you're probably going to be saying to yourselves, once I show you the gatefold, you're going to be like, well, let's just show you the gatefold first. Here's the gatefold, right? There's the clock tower, the lightning striking the clock tower at precisely 10:04 p.m. in order to send Marty back in time to 1985. So you're probably wondering, where the hell is the DeLorean? Why don't they have a picture of the DeLorean? Well, the reason why is because the single releases, the cover art focuses more on Marty and the actual time travel experience. Whereas Back to the Future Part 2 and Back to the Future Part 3 focus more on the DeLorean. So they're very DeLorean-centered covers. And I haven't really decided if I'm going to get those or not. If I am, I'm not going to pre-order it like I did this one because I just did not want to miss out on this one. Those of you that know me well know me that Back to the Future is my favorite movie trilogy of all time. And it has been for quite some time. I'm sorry, folks. Star Wars is no longer a trilogy. Indiana Jones is no longer a trilogy. What trilogies are left that are untouched, untampered with, unmessed with, don't have reboots or remasters or rehashes? Nothing. Back to the Future is all that's left. It's all that's left. And thank goodness Bob Zemeckis and Bob Gale have said that there will never be a reboot or a redo or a part 4 ever in their lifetime. And they have willed the rights over to their family, and I think their family will stand by their pleas. And that's the gatefold one more time. Terrific art. Of course it's terrific art. It's Mondo. Look at that. So, in the separate sets that are released separately, the gatefold is always the clock tower. So you got the clock tower here from 1955. In part 2, the clock tower is when the car is hovering, just getting ready to land. And then, of course, the clock tower in part 3 is when it's getting built. In the set that was released all together, the gatefolds are the inside of the DeLorean and then the clock tower in the background. And it sounds cooler, it sounds better, but I specifically like the cover arts better on these individual releases. Not to mention the fact that I actually like the vinyl pressings better. Now, they gave the option on vinyl when you pre-ordered it at Mondo to either have black or what the special pressing was. Of course, I went with the special pressing because that's why I wanted to pre-order it. Before we get to the actual vinyl itself, There's a little slip that comes in here, very, very cool, of the flux capacitor. And in case you guys didn't know, I did get the new Blu-ray box set that came out that has the same cover that lights up. And here's just some production notes from Zemeckis and Gale talking about the music. Pretty straightforward, but a nice little piece nonetheless. So now you want to get onto the vinyl. Okay. So here is the vinyl. It is a double LP soundtrack. Boom, boom, boom. And then they call this the electric lightning splatter, if that's what you're going to call it. I thought it was going to be white with the blue on it, but it's actually clear. It's actually clear. So, yes, and of course, each side is different. On the side B, you get the lightning. This is the first LP. And then here is the second LP. Front still the same. Yep. Side 3. Here's side 4. Side 4 is, yes, the time coordinates within the DeLorean. So, yeah, if you're wondering why, like, there's no picture of the DeLorean anywhere on here, it's because, as I said, it's on part 2 and 3. Part 2 and 3, the cover art and everything is very, very, very DeLorean centered. They decided on the first one to make it very Marty centered, which I am all for. And I actually don't think there's enough pictures of Marty with the guitar. We always have skateboard this and hoverboard that, but we forget that not only can the man skate, but the man can play the guitar. He's the one who went back to 1955 and created rock and roll. When you have that hilarious scene with Chuck Berry. So yeah, very, very happy to own this. Very, very happy. As I said, I did. This is one of those I had to get online because I wanted that specific pressing of the vinyl. And Back to the Future, as I said, is also my favorite trilogy motion picture of all time. Here's the different pressings. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, if you want to get this or you think you can get this, guess what? You can't. It's sold out. Sold out just like the Star Trek II Wrath of Khan Mondo one did. The only one you're going to be able to get is the black pressing on vinyl. Although I'm not really sure if this is going to be showing up in record stores or not. I don't think Wrath of Khan will either. Mondo's very, very selective. They're not quite as widespread with their distribution as Waxwork is. They're very, very selective, and they know that the more selective they are and the lesser limited numbers that they make of something, the more money it will rise in value, and the more valuable it will become. There's the Mondo logo. Mondo Universal and Emblem. So yeah, that's the track listings. Very, very happy to own this. This was the one, if you've watched my other videos on my channel, you've heard me bitch and gripe and say, I'm waiting for something, I'm waiting for something. This was what I was waiting for to come in the mail. And in case you didn't know it, Saturday is officially a record store day across the United States. And I actually thought I was going to get this on Saturday, on record store day. Little did I know, I got it in the mail today, and I am a happy, happy camper. So this has been my review of the Back to the Future double LP soundtrack Mondo release. Thank you for watching, folks.